Nelson Chamisa, who leads the opposition Citizens Coalition for Change, CCC, has told his supporters that the new Great Zimbabwe is emerging and is inevitable. He speaks as Zimbabwe is preparing for harmonized elections scheduled for July 2023. In recent social media posts, Chamisa, a former Minister of Information Communication Technology, ICT, Postal and Courier Services, urged his supporters to remain focused, warning of distractions and decoys. He said, "Be vigilant, too many sideshows around. Do not be distracted. Do not get discouraged or frustrated. Some are afraid of your right to choose and decide your leaders. Some do not want you to exercise that right. Tell someone. #1+5 #register to vote now. No matter what, our time will come. Welcome to a new Great Zimbabwe. Everything new. It is possible. It is inevitable. #GoDecinit. Time tests and proves everything. Let us watch the space. We are fully aware of all the issues. We leave no stone unturned." Some observers believe that Chamisa was referring to the Constitutional Court application by the opposition MDC led by Douglas Mwanzora when he said there are too many sideshows around. Mwanzora's application seeks the nullification of the delimitation report, saying it violates the Constitution. He also demanded that election dates must be announced only after the delimitation exercise has been redone. Chamisa is set to contest against President Emmerson Mnangagwa, who defeated him in 2018 in a contested election. Chamisa has over the years assured his supporters that a great new Zimbabwe is inevitable, despite claims that the ruling ZANU-PF and the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission (ZEC) were conniving to manipulate the electoral process in ZANU. The ruling ZANU-PF has postponed its primary elections that were scheduled to be held this weekend, citing sheer volumes of applications. The party's political commissar, Mike Bima, said ZANU-PF primary elections will no longer be held tomorrow due to an overwhelming response by candidates vying to represent the party. The primary elections are now expected to be held on a date to be announced after the Politburo meets on Monday. At a press conference held on 17 March 2023 in the capital, Bima said candidates who engage in violence will not be allowed to stand. He added, "We want to encourage our candidates to conduct their processes peacefully because the president is always calling for peaceful engagements." On a question about allegations of vote buying, "We have said those with complaints should submit them to the ad hoc committee set up to attend to those complaints. Genuine complaints will be looked into. All submitted CVs have been taken on board. It's up to those unfairly treated to come forward. We won't entertain third-party complaints and should be submitted in writing. All the stationery and voting materials are in place. We believe everything should be ready by Sunday thereafter. On Monday Politburo will meet to consider all the submissions that have been made. Once Politburo meets and approves, candidates will be notified. We wait for the final say from Politburo on Monday. I can't tell the day, but it will be after Politburo." Bima said some areas saw 10 candidates applying for one position, making it impossible to hold the primaries this Saturday. He said, The National Elections Directorate can now meet to look at all the processes and make recommendations. They don't determine who has been allowed or not. Politburo has the final say. Thereafter candidates will now go and stand and represent the party. The National Electorate Commission will meet today. 2/2.ie. The Security Department engaged in vetting all the CVs and the work has just been completed. They are just doing the final inspection. IV. The ad hoc committee met and sat on various complaints that were lodged. Submission of CVs to the provinces was done by Saturday. Usually, this has been done in districts, but this time it was in provinces. The PED went through all the submissions and made comments regarding those that were recommended and those not. The Directorate looked at issues of rules and regulations such as age in particular circumstances. The process of collecting cell registers has been completed. All provinces have submitted. They are now being sorted for use during elections.